The I Am project is significant to me. As Dr. Harding was designing this or thinking about this, I was watching a close colleague move through his last 2 weeks of life and shared those moments with him in his hospice room, visited him. And it was that day, without knowing about anything about the I Am project, I realized the need for those that are moving through that stage of life, moving toward the last breath, that it's so very important for people who are strangers coming in and out of the room, turning their sheets, bringing them food, taking their temperature, etc., to know a little bit about them. So I was in my friend's room, and this shift changed, and the nurses came in to take care of my friend. And so I felt compelled. I don't know why, but I just felt compelled. My dear nurse friend, you need to know the person whom you're touching. My dear nurse friend, you need to know the history of the person that you are about to roll over and change their linens. And I began to explain the life of my friend, a successful professor, a wonderful colleague, author of 50 books, had been instrumental in international programs where people and institutions, universities around the world had benefited from his writings and his teachings. He had had a wonderful career of great impact on local, right here in Winston-Salem, and also others in various countries, from China to Bogota, Colombia. And it was at that point I said to the nurse, you know, you need to know something about him. You need to know, and I'm not assuming that the nurses thought he was just a number in the room number. I'm assuming they are there for the healing professions and that they knew he was not just a number. So I'm not disparaging their work. But I'm saying there were so many interesting things about his life that as he was living out the last remaining days of his existence, it would have been so nice to have been able to look up at the wall and see where he had taught counseling in a country that did not even understand psychology, that he had been able to influence a department in an obscure university in southern China that did not even understand the word counseling. Those kinds of things that could have been brought to the attention of those nurses and people that came into the room that would have benefited him in his last hours and certainly would have benefited the people that were helping him. The I Am project does that. It enables those who are assisting the last few days or the last few years or the last few decades of someone's life to know where they have been, what they have done, who they've been related to, and some of their most favorite attributes and life experiences. The I Am project, it's a great idea, Dr. Harding.